I'm hearing some things coming out of there that some kids are being asked to leave, and that's happening in other programs as well. Let's be clear. It's happening everywhere. This is not a jab at just Deion in Colorado. I want to be clear. Is it a bad thing the way that shit's operating, though, when we're asking guys that could try to get into a new program, when we're asking them right now in May, spring ball's ending, semesters are ending across the country, what have we really done for the kid? This is still a kid's business. This is that's our blood life, Shaun, as coaches and programs. The kids play the game, not us. We need that blood life. We need those players. So if I'm going to start robbing Peter to pay Paul, so Deion on one side of his mouth can say these kids aren't competitive, they don't want to compete, they can't get yelled at, so we're getting rid of you. But yet we're bringing in the same players that just got kicked out of another school for the same reason, meaning it makes no sense to me. Where are we at when we're cutting guys in May and saying, all right, sorry, you didn't make it? They can't get into another program. Now they're sitting in the portal. There's 4,000 kids in the portal as of this morning.
But that's what they asked for, JB. They wanted NIL. They wanted transfer portal. Now they got it. Now you got to deal with the other side of having that available. If guys make a bad evaluation, they don't have to stick to any kind of commitment they have with you. And that's, you wanted to be a big boy. Now you got to put your big boy pants on and deal with big boy repercussions and consequences.
Yeah, I agree. I said the same thing. I've been, I harp on the kids' lack of competitive spirit for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Like, it's becoming worse and worse and worse. And now we're in a pay-for-play era where it's professional football. I just don't know if it's conducive for 17.
And JB, it does suck because organically, college sports is supposed to be, we get talent from the high school level, we bring it in. None of it's really ready to contribute initially anyway. Most successful college sports teams, you don't have a bunch of incoming freshmen that are contributing, no matter what the sport is. You might have one that's just big time or two that are backups, but you're supposed to grow and develop. So by the time you become redshirt juniors or redshirt seniors, now you get the little captain thing because you fought through adversity, you stayed in the program, you've worked your butt off. Now you got a lot of experience, you're physically mature, and you graduate and got a bunch of great memories about the things that you accomplished with your teammates. And then for the rest of your life, you can come back to that university and have pride about, what we were able to get done over a 4 or 5 year window. And organically, that's how college sports is supposed to be.
And where you got that degree from? Where you got that degree from? Nowadays, Jeff went to Alabama, and Jeff went to Oregon, and Jeff went to Florida State. I'm like, Jeff, what school are you claiming, dog? Here's the thing.
One of the biggest deliveries you get in the locker room in football is when your equipment guy sends you that yearly package of stuff so you can rep your university, in the locker room. And those days are gone. I mean, cats are moving. I don't know who graduated from where. Cats just jumping around. Who knows?
And here's my biggest gripe, because I am a player defender, because I'm ultimately a player's coach at the end of the day, because that's our blood life. Players only know. See, this is my issue with what is going on. 17 to 21-year-olds, we could say that they want this, they asked for this, but players and kids from 17 to 21, as much as you want to call them grown men and all this out there, everybody out there wanting to call them grown men, I am not on that side of things. I don't believe they're grown men until they put a kid through college and pay a fucking mortgage. I don't care how much money they get at 17 to 21. If you just throw any of us a bag and we stumbled upon a bag in the street, guess what we're doing? We're keeping that bag, and we're going to go spend it foolishly probably, because we're not adult enough to understand how to spend that money and make the right choice. I don't know if the grown men in the room have really addressed the issue, and do they really have the players' best interest at heart? Because players only know what they know and don't know what they don't know. And I don't mean players. I mean 17 to 21-year-olds, period, in the world. We're setting them up to fail, and I just think I'm ashamed at times of the adult in the room, because it is it's very slippery slope. I just see this. The kids have always been a piece of meat, Shaun. You and I were pieces of meat, and it was always a meat market, no question. But it was a different sort of meat market. It was a cream rises to the top meat market, meaning I can fight through the politics of your program and your coach who who kissed my ass in my house with my parents when she made you dinner and you sold me to come here, fine and dandy. And then you walk right by me on campus as if you never knew me. We've all been there. All right, I see this is a cold game. Okay. But now it's a completely different cold game. And I believe it's because the coaches in the room are really just saying, hey, dog, fend for yourself. We're not teaching you shit. I'm going to teach you 4 different things in 4 years because you've been to 4 different coaches with 4 different ideologies and 4 different philosophies. How is that kid getting developed and better? And why are we seeing the NFL product hit a rock bottom, in my opinion, especially at the quarterback position? It's watered down because we have no more teaching and fundamentals at the most influential level, college.
And I mean, I will defend the coaches from this standpoint. You know how frustrating it got to be to have to do an intro meeting every semester with a whole room full of new guys.
Yeah, 30 days. Yeah.
I mean, that's got to just be Jesus Christ. Like, man.
I've been saying it. There's no way you can build a culture anymore. There's no way.
That's why you see a lot of college coaches trying their damnedest to get to the NFL. They're trying to leave.
Guy Haney at Boston College just bounced. You don't see a guy leaving a $5 million Power 5 head coaching job to go to be a position coach or a DC in NFL. They're not even making. They're making maybe 1.2 million at the top. They're not making 5-6 million as a head coach in Power 5. This is what I'm saying. They're like, I'm risking to waste $3 million to have a peace of mind.